Drywall week here on Tool Time. I am Tim the Toolman Taylor, and you all know my assistant, Plump Al Stiltskin.
Thank you. I'm wearing these stilts to show our viewers a handy way to put up drywall ceiling panels.
You gotta love Al coming out, just shadowing over Tim. Got the stilts on. I actually have seen those used in the real estate world. They just give you that extension. A lot of times painters will use those to get the ceiling. That way you're not dragging a ladder around. I guess you have to kind of practice on those because I don't know if you're just gonna hop up on stilts and be an expert. Maybe leave that for the circus or whatnot.
Afro circus.
I have seen these in a construction project. I've never seen them used in selling houses. They are used on a regular basis. It's just in lieu of moving a little ladder around, moving a step stool around, and it allows you to do the drywall, allows you to do painting, taping, all that good stuff on the ceiling. Back in the day, I was a roofer, having some fun back in Alaska. We did a lot of high schools and commercial type buildings, and I can honestly say I've never worn a pair of stilts. Not that I wouldn't have if they told me to, because we were getting a bunch of money, having some fun in the sun, but yeah, I've never worn stilts.
Let's say I want to do a remodel on the Sistine Chapel.
Well, I don't think you'd be their first choice as contractor.
Stick with me here, okay? Guys, raise this up to the Sistine Chapel level. And let's say I want to smooth out those chubby cherubs with some wallboard. But the stilts only go up to 48 inches. That's why I use these. Heidi? My pneumatic drywall stilts.
Pneumatic drywall stilts?
Is there an echo in the building?
Well, just how high can they go?
Sky's the limit. Want to go up? Press this lever up. Third floor lingerie. Ding, ding, ding.
Why, I'm very impressed, Tim.
What's this? I want to reverse the process and go down to the bargain basement where we picked up that shirt. Press here.
That's good. Kind of funny, but drywall more or less keeps everything in, and then different textures on the drywall, but it more or less covers up all of the boards, electrical, plumbing, all that stuff, and it just finishes the rooms out. Also ceilings as well. Just kind of creates it clean, neat looking. Otherwise you just have a bunch of boards and electrical and wide open stuff. Some people love that in the warehouse look, but most houses don't have that. The interesting part about drywall, if it gets wet, it will definitely need to be replaced. The good part about that is that you can usually cut out sections, put fans on it, dry it out, and then just replace sections of the drywall. You'll just put new drywall and tape it, texture it, and then paint over it. We see it on a regular basis. If unfortunately down the lower section, baseboards or whatnot, drywall gets wet or you get a ceiling leak, you can just replace that.
Is it blood?
No, there's a leak in the ceiling. There's a brown, disgusting drip coming.
Otherwise, it'll last for a long time and you don't really need to do anything to it. Tim's got a one-up, Al, of course, and comes out with the pneumatic drywall stilts. I can honestly say I don't have any clue what that means. I'm assuming it means up and down, up and down. It obviously doesn't work, but it's a great theory. It is kind of interesting that Tim does blast his head through the drywall. I don't think it's gonna leave a concussion or give him a concussion, but it definitely is gonna probably leave a little bit of a knot in his head.
Oh my God.
It's sticking right out of my head.
I'm assuming they had him just pop through something that was already kind of pre-cut, because a piece of drywall is definitely not terribly easy to break, and popping it with your head is not gonna be the most fun situation. Someone's gonna go home with a headache regardless, but if he had his trusty hat on, his construction helmet, he would have been right through that, no harm, no foul.
I'm fine.
Really?
When you're wearing the pneumatic stilts, also wear your helmet. Safety first.
I'd like to introduce you to Binford's small line of industrial magnets.
The Mini Mag 100 is perfect for picking up screws and nails. It can also pick up small tools that have carelessly been dropped behind the workbench, perhaps the fault of a coworker.
And the Mini Mag 2000. Small, but powerful. 10 pounds will pick up 400 pounds. This would suck the Tin Man right through a keyhole.
Well, it was designed to pick up sheet metal, so you want to keep it pointed. No, just slide it. Slide it down.
Pretty powerful little thing, isn't it? Mark, pull it back. Mark!
Yeah, I mean, I can honestly say that in real estate, we do not use magnets, although we do use a stud finder, which has a magnet in it. And the goal of a stud finder is you're cruising along and all of a sudden you find the nail head and that's where the stud is.
Beep, beep, beep. Looks like I found the stud.
Just a little tip. They're like $3 versus a stud finder that can be 40, 50 bucks. But I haven't seen any magnets used in real estate. I've seen them at the junkyards where they're picking up the huge cars. Obviously, my boys have been watching some YouTube, and there's a guy that will use a magnet connected to almost like a fishing line, drops it down, but all kinds of stuff at the bottom of the river. Pretty crazy, but yeah, haven't seen any of those in real estate. The old industrial magnet, there's been lots of times, obviously, back in the day doing roofing. You don't want nails, you don't want screws left on the deck. So maybe having some sort of contraption where you can just pick those up might be a good little walkthrough. The only thing is the powerful one, Tim proved it perfectly by just holding it on the TV up top, the microphone dragging down, tool belt, you're grabbing screwdrivers. So it may not be the best, obviously, that powerful of one. Maybe be careful with those types of magnets. Let me know in the comments below, do any of you use industrial magnets in your line of work? Demo yards, construction, any of that stuff? Let me know in the comments below if you ever used an industrial magnet. Back in the day, we did have the TV on the cart that they would wheel out and they'd roll the movie with the VHS or the Beta or even the old school film. But my kids now, they're just tablets, iPads, or a flat screen on the wall. But I guess, yeah, if you had like an iPad or something like that and you walk by with an industrial magnet, you'd probably suck up pretty much all those as well. So be careful. There's always one in every industry. We had a gentleman that we work with that tends to be a little bit clumsy. He's the gentleman that falls down the stairs at a brokered caravan. He's the one that trips over setting up, his open house signs. He trips over a curb, kind of like Tim always has like a little bit of a quirkiness to him. Something's always gonna go wrong. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, do you have that one person that's like Tim that kind of has that little black cloud, the opposite of the Midas touch, like the Tim touch, where stuff's always going wrong? Let me know in the comments below. Gotta love home improvement. Always funny, and it really teaches us what not to do when it comes to remodeling our homes, right? Let me know in the comments below what other hilarious home improvement scenes you want to see next. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you binge watch the entire playlist right here and subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thanks so much for watching.